Hello and welcome to my channel. If you have happened to see my most recent Fortnite Lego live stream, I went over an update on both of my villages and worked on a third in the snow region in hopes of finding polar peely and frozen fish stick. Well, in today's video, I have an exciting update to that live stream, but it's not my village or my Fortnite account. It's Nick's. I'm still excited about this because it's me, I did it, and it looks like I have a better idea on how to get these rare frozen villagers. So for my next live stream, I have a lot of work to do, and you can join me for that next adventure by clicking subscribe and that bell to get future notifications, including when I'm live next. But for today's video, let's go over what I've done. So first off, in my live, I created a village in the Frostlands. Then I went exploring to find campsites within the snowy region. The one oddly that was so close to my village never seemed to spawn a villager. The next two I found had villagers, but they were not who I was looking for, and I'm pretty sure I spoke with them because I made that same mistake on Nick's Lego World. Although one of them I took to live in his village. So keep in mind, since I took someone from a campsite, apparently that spot will no longer spawn a villager. Definitely separating Fortnite from Animal Crossing on this one. So now that I have spoken with random campers in the snow region where Nick's village is, I now had to go find a whole new Frostlands area. Once I got there from my flying car, I tried destroying some balloons to help lower it to see any lights in the night from a campfire or smoke during the day, but I had no luck, even with my spyglass. So as much as I hate flying slow, that's exactly what I had to do in order to find the 3 campsites in this region. So my master plan was to find the 3 campsites, basically stalk them until I found who I was looking for, and be able to go check on my village to see who the visitor could possibly be, which ultimately would have been better. But since you're not supposed to even talk to the traveling campers, and I did do that, unfortunately all the campsites in the same Frostlands as my village are now useless. Honestly, wish that wasn't a thing. So since I had traveled to a new snow region, I decided to just find the campsites and peek on the camper from afar. Either I was ending this night in a new region, or I was traveling back with one of my dream villagers. This is an idea of what the light in the night from a campfire would look like and the smoke rising in the night. But keep in mind, in the Frostlands, your visibility can range from crystal clear nights to hazy and blizzard-like. I definitely recommend placing a map marker close to any campsite you find, since you can always easily find it on your map and return there to see who stays there from time to time. In this particular campsite, I saw Lynx right before Oscar showed up. I have never seen these characters in LEGO before, so to see 2 new characters back to back was really tempting. But I had to stay focused. I am looking for someone, and these 2 newbies are giving me cat fever. I want a cat dedicated village now, in my world. So I now may be adding a 4th village specifically for the cats and moving Meowskulls. Is that even possible? We might find out, maybe in a live stream. So don't forget to subscribe. So what you don't know is here at this point in this video, it's getting late in the night, so mom duties are taking over and I have to sit AFK while I try to get these kids to go to bed. Which is fine because I'm trying to technically get Oscar to cycle out, but for the first time for me on Nick's Lego World in particular, a storm happened to come here. And honestly, I didn't even know the lightning storms were in the Frostlands. This is my first time experiencing them in the snow. And for the most part, Nick has been lucky with mostly clear skies at night versus as on mine, where I always seem to experience thick fog and even snowfall with wind gusts. But it would be my luck that while I was away, a storm would come with its vicious lightning and target me. I don't even know how on Nick's Sandbox World I happened to get him this many hearts, while my Sandbox World is still stuck at a few. But those extra hearts literally saved my life. When I did finally come back, I found myself on the ground and basically found out that slurp juice in Lego World is worthless. So I was going to take advantage of that sandbox mode food selection to help with my health and hearts. At the time, I didn't know what, if any, contact Oscar and I had, so I wasn't sure at this point if he would ever leave this campsite. And since it was becoming clear that I was going to need to shut the game down for the night, I decided to take the flying car and visit the other two campsites to see who could possibly be staying in them. And from time to time, I did have some glitches in Lego. The campsite in the middle had fishstick. I don't know about anyone else, but to me, fishstick is very easy to find. I even have him in my second village, and he visits quite often in Nick's world, so I wasn't really trying to get a non-frozen villager at this point. I can always add him later whenever he comes back for a visit. The third campsite was going to be my final visit for the night, and from a peek through the spyglass, it looked like I lucked out. Looks like stalking these campsites from afar has finally paid off. I am officially talking to this frozen fish and asking him to explore with me, which we will then go back to Nick's snow village, and from there I will invite him to live in the village. At this point, we have a long way to go, and I'm going to ditch the flying car because I want to be able to check up on him from time to time. I know when I do make my way back here in hopes of finding Polar Peely, that my car is above the first campsite I come across, which should no longer spawn any villagers. So at this point, the map marker is for my car. Even though I have to wrap up the night, we always have to make a pit stop for the cows. Plus, frozen fish stick with cows.
Hey, cow! Cowie! Moo!
And I took another brief second to slow down here and show Ezio frozen fish stick because he really wanted to see him. Literally, the next snow region was this far away from Nick's first and second village. I made a quick stop to refresh my mind which villagers are in his first village and realized too he still has an extra space, which may come in handy anyway since he now has max villagers in the Frostlands. And we're still looking for frozen Peely. And this is the moment that I am jumping for joy because I officially did it. Frozen Fish Stick is officially a villager. Now I just need to get him and Polar Peely on mine. So make sure you subscribe for my next live stream.